Alrighty then, Wagwado Focarinos, Magic Mike still with a point 666 in honor of Kazi Mitsu. And what a wonderful race we are going to have today. Of course, where are you going, Ken? Of course, commentary will begin 8 o'clock, maybe just before 8 o'clock UK time. So the rest of the hour's length of free practice, we're just going to be leaving it on shot for you to enjoy. And again, the commentary and the fun and games will begin at 8 PM UK time. See you soon. Kobe, headphones. Headphones. Headphonios. Howdy doodle, Holman. You good, brother? Good, 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 good. Just gonna get everyone else in chat. How are you finding brands? Happy days. Right, well, I'm going to back out of this chat. Everyone will be joining. And here they are. Happy days. Howdy doodle, Focarinos. Hello, how's it going, Patrick? Good to hear it, my man. Cool, cool. How's it going, Cubs? Kent? Is Anun? Is Anun got a mic? It's a no, cool. Okie doke. Right, guys, I'm backing out of chat. I'm getting all this sorted, and yeah, good luck with the race, and I'll see you all soon. Ciao, ciao. Good luck, Holman. Okie dokie, folks. So we have 40 minutes remaining of the practice session as we get ever closer to the qualifying session. So obviously I'm going to continue to leave you with the sights of the British GT3. I was going to say cars, but mainly circuit. Although I do think you can have the Lexus. We haven't got a Lexus in the current GT3 series in real life, but we do have the Ferrari 488, which was last year's real life event. But nevertheless, we're going to leave you with the sights and sounds of Brands Hatch GT3, and we'll see you soon.
green light. Go, go, go. Green light, go, go, go.
Alrighty, boys and girls, we are kicking off the beginning of qualifying. We have a 30-minute qualifying window, and later today we will be joined by the MFD, the multifunctional Richie, MFR, sorry. But 369 is first out on track here at Brands Hatch for round 5 of 6 of the season 1 of the TMKup eSports series, and Magic Mike in the 511 Ferrari second out on track for the outlap. And we have the number 45 Next Gen Hankin joining us for the first time. Hello Richie, see you buddy, hope you're well fella. Chat is open, sent you an invite, no rush, but that is all sorted. But yes, we have Next Gen Hankin, should be number 444, but because I'm usually 444, he said it'd be 44, and I forgot Patrick was 44, so now he's 45. But nevertheless, he's joining us today from the Next Gen team, alongside Next Gen Lager in the infamous orange Bentley. And of course, Rock Lee, it's always a pleasure to have such a legend on track with the matte purple and lime green Bentley. I absolutely love this livery. I think 777 is a good number for this car, but nevertheless, we continue on to Dougie. Back in the Aston Martin. Chasing the other Aston Martin down, I think. That sounds like a V12. I'm going to assume Doug is in the V12. If anyone can make me aware of that in chat, that would be interesting. Whether GLR Racer is number 14 is in the V12 or V8, or whether the devil himself is in the V8 or V12. It's more higher pitched. Alright mate. Flashy McFlash. I see ya. So going back to Dougie in the 14 Aston Martin, let me know in chat please. I wonder whether Kazumitsu, flash if you can flash if you can hear me. Give me a flash. Give me a flash, Kazi. No, he's not listening. That's good. He was flashing earlier, but obviously, I thought it was to me, but I don't want people to be listening to me, I'm going to be honest, because Commentator's curse is a thing. And I most certainly don't want to be doing this today for the number 666. And championship leader is VQS Holman in the 994. Yeah, he's on a green dot, so he has already... Blue dots mean they're on the outlap, and grey dots mean they are setting a lap time. So as Holman is traversing his way through Brands Hatch, number 14 Aston Martin making way for the 994, as he is very well aware of him leading this championship, and obviously wants to let that driver through. GLR boys are always very lovely like that. And Holman second place. So Next Gen's Hankin, Next Gen's Lager, and we also have Next Gen Bean. I know none of you have seen him on the TMKup series, but you'll have seen him on some of my other commentaries. They're all awesome lads. I commentate for the Next Gen series, which will run on Wednesdays, start streaming just gone 6, and the race starts at 20 to 8. And it's an absolute pleasure to have Next Gen's Hankin with us today. Already putting on a pretty decent lap time. over 6/10 quicker than the Macabre Cup's current winner. Hankin isn't necessarily in a position to win the series. Well, he actually is in a sense. If he wins the next two and colossal things happen to other drivers, he could actually win. But nevertheless, it's going to apply a little bit extra pressure to Holman. So it's lovely to have Elliot here in the 45 Audi. Kazimitsu now in provisional P3 as he crosses the start-finish line here at Brands Hatch with under 25 minutes left to go of qualifying. I'm just going to leave you on board as I sort my social medias, and I will be back in 2 minutes. Okie dokie, so I am back just sorting out what I needed to. We have the number 22 safety car GT4 Audi today, currently in P11, as the LCD shows us. Kobe isn't going to be driving the safety car today. He is with me, but he's not feeling very well, so I'm not going to force him into that. It's absolutely fine. He's been there for every other race and he's done an amazing job. So I am going to be driving the number 22 GT4 safety car tonight, which means if the safety car does get called out, which it will at least once at the end of the race, it'll be me who is driving the 22 GT4 Audi, which means I'll be going off mic for a little bit to drive the safety car, but then once I have completed the safety car lap, I will be back. I have to give everyone a signal for the green, green, green. So and with just over 20 minutes left to go of qualifying for Season 1, Round 5 of 6 of the British GT Tour. Originally we had, or I had 5 rounds set out for the 5 British tracks, and I wasn't aware until the recent events, as I've only just got into British GT, the real Intelligent Money series, since playing the game, and I went to Silverstone a couple of months ago. It was absolutely awesome, and obviously because I'm from England, I've got a big affiliation with these tracks, and so yeah, we're doing a GT tour. It's very retro. It reminds me of TOCA touring cars 1 and 2 on PlayStation 2. Very retro, but what the beauty is we've got laser scan tracks, we've got cars that are mimicking the real things. It's just such a beautiful thing to be able to be here and see these drivers put in a race for 90 minutes around round 5 of the TMKup Season 1. And it's been a great season. Everyone that's been involved is an absolute legend. We've lost a few people and gained a few others, but as we continue on, the right people stay. And that's ultimately what TMK is and stands for with regards to sim racing. And we have the number 7 Bentley, another new joiner today. Currently in P1, putting Hankin in P2, Lager in P3, 45 and 46. So we've got a 44, a 45 and a 46. And Magic Mike currently in P4, my favourite position of course, I think you did that last time, Mike. And Kazimitsu in P5, Rock Lee in P6. Holman, the series leader, oh, where's he gone? Now in P8. Putting Anun in P9, we've got GLR Racer in P10, and Cubs, who's just joined in the 33 Porsche 911, is with us today. So we've got the number 777 of Rock Lee, 511 of Magic Mike, and the 45 of Next Gen's Hankin, who we can just see there leaving the pits actually. All now on their outlaps, followed by the 44 of Patrick. Number 33 just crossing the line, putting in his first qualifying time down. And I am most certainly excited to see the events unfold, as again this is only round 5 of round 6, so the last one coming. Hello Roo, I hope you are well, fella. And for everyone in chat today, there's going to be TMK Gaming 444, which is my son. It's my page, but my son's going to be using it as he can't comment on his own YouTube channel because of his age. Some certain restrictions there, but he's using my other gaming channel today to comment. It's good to hear, Roo. It was an absolutely cracking event yesterday. We had some action indeed. And again, VQS Holman, currently P8, but again leading the championship. Also VQS Jack racing yesterday had a little bit of an incident with Mr. Muff, and but nevertheless all is sorted, and he proved that he run an absolutely solid race. Catching back up, taking a P3 if I remember rightly. But nevertheless, Holman is most certainly put under a little bit more pressure today, with the new drivers, brand new track. And again, it's really interesting having drivers from all over the world join us. Holman is from America. Again, I'm from England, so these tracks have a lot in common with me, and it's quite interesting to think other people being on other sides of the world, and this being quite an alien track. So it's such an awesome thing to experience, seeing all of these drivers traverse their way through Brands Hatch for perhaps the first time even. And again, it's an absolute pleasure to have this legend on track. And again, hello Gemma, love the race dude, keep it up. Very sad that I can't be the safety car. Well, that's okay, Kobe. You're always allowed to take your time, and you can be in chat today, being a moderator like Mummy. Gemma, Stephen joining chat, hello. So, Fanatec logo on the rear of the GT3 Vanquish, now being hunted by the other GT3, Austin Martin. And again, if anyone can chat and can tell me whether Dougie is in the V12 or V8, that sounds like a V12 because it's lower, but it could be the V8. And Kazi, the devil himself, that's got a really high-pitched sound to it, but it could be a V12, just higher revs, I don't know. So yes, anyone in chat, please let me know. But with now under 14 minutes left to go, we've got Jonathan still hanging on to a P1. Which is absolutely awesome to see, I'm going to be honest. Because again, Hankin and Jonathan, these are new guys on the track. Who have we got coming? Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong bit. I have invited Hankin over because he is my doppelganger, and he is very good friends with John and Stuart from the Next Gen team that I comment for on Wednesdays. So he's also very respectful, and as you can see, very fast. Currently taking a P2. And Jonathan, lovely lad, also new to the TMKup series, but again fast, as you can see, taking a P1 against some very fast guys that have been in the series since the start. And it most certainly means Holman now up to 6th position and only 7.5 tenths off P1, not even half second away from a podium. It's putting a little bit more pressure today. But nevertheless, I am extremely excited for this one, as it is going to be an absolute treat to watch, as when I am called for the safety car, again I'm going to be off mic, but nevertheless it should be an absolute cracking race to watch. For anyone new to the TMKup series, we have a final reformation, so it's a 90-minute race, a 30-minute pit window, and we have a final reformation that I call out in the final sort of 25 minutes. So the final 15 to 20 minutes is a reformation. We're in a green, green, green past the start-finish straight, in which I, the safety car number 22 GT4 Audi, will return into the pits, give the signal green, 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 and away they go into the first corner of Brands Hatch. You are a funny one, Rue. It was great commentating with you yesterday, and now just over 11 minutes left to go of round 5 of the TMKup Season 1. Only 2 races left to go, and anything is open, and whoever wins this series will be receiving a engraved trophy from myself. I expect an emotional speech, perhaps even a shoey, but a trophy. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to see who takes that away. As well, I guess I can declare round 6. And actually, I probably need to speak to Gemma. A week today, are we on holiday or are we back? Because that is the final round of the TMKup. If obviously we're not here, we'll have to do it in 2 weeks. But the last round is double points, so it can well and truly change the standings. This is only for fun. No one's, you know, you have to pay to be here. I have to pay to set it up, and I absolutely love it all. I get my kicks out of all of this. It's great to commentate for such an awesome crew of lads. Right, so I'm just going to drop off mic just for 30 seconds while I sort a couple of things, and I will be back. Okay. 23rd August, we are away. Is that a week today? Monday, so yes, so a week today. We're going to have round 6. So with only just over 8 minutes to go of qualifying now, we have Jonathan Reed in the number 7 Bentley taking a pole position. He's decided to take this opportunity to just chill out and observe everyone else on track, it seems. Hankins still in a P2, only 2/10 behind the very quick 124. That's utterly incredible. But with the safety car reformations, it's most certainly going to add to the drama as we continue the unfolding of TMKup Season 1 Round 5 here at Brands Hatch. And Magic Mike only 3/10, just under 4/10 away from the very quick 124.18, putting Magic Mike in a 124, as well as Holman, Patrick and Kazimitsu doing very well in the season, but currently in P7, as well as Holman in P5. Patrick, another quick guy, in P6. Again, this is going to be an absolutely solid race. And Nunn in P9, 1.5 seconds off the very quick time of a 124.1. But with just over 7 minutes left to go, we are being treated to some action. And yes, next week is going to be the final round. We're going to have double points. I think Hugh Hattrick is going to be joining me for co-commentary for that one. And a few other people getting involved to make this a spectacular event. I've had a lot of fun doing this. It wouldn't have been what it is without the right people, and that's why we're here. And again, it's awesome to have Kobe involved, also doing the safety car. And again, even though he's not doing it tonight, he's here, he's watching, he's in chat, and yeah. Let's have a little look at the delta. So Magic Mike's still in 4th position. That's what I meant to do. Paddock Hill Bend. So as Magic Mike in the 511 Ferrari exits Clark Curve and up to the Brabham Straight, it looks like he's giving way to the 666. Aston Martin now making his way into Paddock Hill Bend and up to Pilgrim's Rise, still in P7 but only a second off the pace. But again, with the safety cars, it's going to be a very interesting turn of events indeed. And Nunn is a very quick dude, and he's putting some pretty good lap times down, and it's just going to show that the quality of drivers that we actually have here today with us because no, freezer, top of the freezer. Thank you. It just goes to show the level of the racing we've had, and you can watch any of the streams, and you can watch the highlight videos. Yes. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm showing my age because I don't know what autopilot is. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, as I was saying, the people involved have been putting some serious, amazing races on. I've done some highlight videos, we've got all the streams left to watch. Holman in the 994 Audi, only a 4:20 away, thank you sir, from the very quick time of Jonathan Reed. Again, he's been most certainly put under some more pressure as the points from today and the final round next week will come into play. Off he goes. So Patrick in the 4 Bentley is not even, wow, he's a 10th of a 10th away from the 124.189 of Jonathan Reed. That is utterly insane by the 44 Bentley. And look at this, we've got Bentley. I hope that's commentator's curse. You know, you're not watching the stream soon. If you are, mute me. And the next Bentley is the 46 of Next Gen Lager Stewart in the infamous orange, now chrome, British liveried Bentley. Now coming up to the penultimate corner here of Brands Hatch through Paddock Clark curve. He's in a podium position next to Hankin on grid 2, running very similar lap times. We're going to have some incredible racing, and I cannot wait for these events to unfold with only 2 minutes left to go of qualifying. We have Jonathan, Patrick and Lager taking the podium with Next Gen Hankin for grid 1 and grid 2. Grid 3 we've got Magic Mike and Holman. Grid 4 we've got Anun and Kazumitsu. Grid 5 Rock Lee and GLR Racer Dougie. And grid 6 we have Cubs fan and GLR Seal waking up from 5 AM all the way from Australia. A lot of time for Seal. I'm going to be sending him some coffee beans after this, I'll tell you that much. But yes, look at these times. It is going to be an absolutely incredible race. I'm just going to take 30 seconds to myself and I'll be back. Well, with 10 seconds left to go of qualifying. We've got Jonathan Patrick and Next Gen Lager and Next Gen Tankian taking up Grid 1 and Grid 2 for the start of Season 1, Round 5 of the Macabre Cup here at Brands Hatch. And the number 7 Bentley taking a podium position, first on the grid here for Round 5. And it's an absolute pleasure to have him on board. He's an absolute lovely guy. I knew he was fast, but I invited him into the Macabre Cup because he was very respectful to all of the cars on track. That's how I find people through my server, as long as they are respectful and get in touch. But nevertheless, here he is, and here he is taking home a P1. So qualifying now over. We've got Jonathan Reed coming up to Sheens, the right hand of Sheens, and now making his way to the left of Sterling's. Can he capitalise on his 1:23.967? We've got an alien on board with us today. What an absolute legend. And it's going to be an incredible race as he processes the start finish. That brings us to a close with Jonathan Reed, Patrick, Next Gen Lager and Hankin taking up Grid 1 and 2, and Grid 3 we've got Magic and Holman, followed by Rock Lee and Anon, Kazimitsu Racer, Cubs Fan and Seal that will be joining us on grid. Okie dokie. So as all drivers now make their final adjustments as the Bentley of Patrick looks like he's in a Cars movie. We have all drivers Hello Dan, hope you're well fella. That's alright mate, I know you broke your ankle, it's all gravy. Okie dokie. Again, just give me 2 seconds guys, just got to message a driver. So we've got the safety car out for the first lap, and then we're going to pit. Hopefully we're going to have no major incidents. With regards to the reformations, but yes, nevertheless, it would be lovely to have you on board. If you are to join us on our finale next week, Deej, you are most welcome to. But with 73 seconds left to go and all cars making their final adjustments, we're most certainly going to be treated to a good one today here at Brands Hatch for round 5 of the Macabre Cup. 1 second. Alrighty, so I'm just having to sort some bits out with some people in chat. We can't get with someone in chat for some reason, so he's having to leave his messenger open so we can get some live time, live up to date messages. But yes, all drivers now making their way through the formation lap. Can't back out yet to P4, but nevertheless, all drivers again making their way across the formation lap for Season 1, Round 5 of Brands Hatch, and we are led, or rather leading the pack here at Brands Hatch today is the number 7 Bentley, new with us today, so it's going to be very interesting to see how he copes today, especially with the new safety car rules. All for fun, but nevertheless we have Patrick in the 44 Bentley taking Hankin's position. Followed by another Bentley, so we have a podium pack of Bentleys, and sorry, I'm just trying to sort out 3 different social media things. 3 different 3 identical Bentleys at the front of the pack today, as now all the drivers are beginning to make their way through Stirlings and up towards Clearways and up towards Kent's curve, Clark Kent. For the beginning of Season 1, Round 5 of the TMKup, all drivers now beginning to line up in formation, double file. As they line up in 2x2 Noah's Ark formation. I'm not sure what's going on with the front pack there, but nevertheless, we are waiting for those red lights to drop, and we are a green for Round 5 of the TMKup here at Brands Hatch. And there it is, we have the green. Look at the beautiful sight that is, as all drivers now make their way into Paddock Hill Bend. Let's hope we have no dramas as Patrick's off into the wall, and drivers will have to just continue for now as the 44 car now makes his way through Druids, and Patrick giving Next Gen's Hankin the run, and we have another legend. So we've had an absolutely incredible amount of drama already. We've got Next Gen Lager in P2, we've got Next Gen Hankin now in P3, Holman followed by Unknown, followed by Kazimitsu, as they all made their way through Sheens and now up towards Stirlings. Through Clearways do they go. Okie dokie, yep, so the safety car is going to pit from this lap. We have had 3 offs, but we're just going to wait for a couple more dramas before we call a safety car, as it is the beginning of the race. Positions are now lost and taken as Hankin now makes his way through Druids and up towards Graham Hill Bend, still in P3, followed by the TMKup's leader. No, it isn't. Next Gen Lager. So the Delta hasn't quite updated yet. There we go. So Holman in P4, being hunted by Unknown. It looked as though, wow, it's all kicking off. Pits are there. look, this is wow. So we've already got a gap between Jonathan in the number 7 Bentley and the 45 of Next Gen Hankin, already gapping P3, which is now Holman in P3 taking the P4 of Next Gen Lager. Next Gen Lager is most certainly one to watch, as he most certainly has very good race pace, and being native to England, perhaps the familiarity of this track will pay off in due course. But nevertheless, we have a none in P5. We're gonna go Magic Mike in P8 in the back of the grid, fighting next to Dougie. We've got it all going on. So we are going to call a safety car soon, but we're just going to let a few more minutes unfold. We've got the 44 quite a far way away now. Patrick, we have to catch up, but nevertheless we will wait for all drivers to continue their way through Brands Hatch, as Magic Mike is being hunted by Dougie, the 14 Austin Martin, and Rock Lee. So we have a Bentley, an Austin Martin, and a Ferrari, all fighting it out for P7. Kazumitsu in P6, under pressure in P6. P5, so he's just took that position as I clicked on the 666. Austin Martin is taken away the position from the 369 Lexus, and Next Gen's Lager in the 46 Bentley, just ahead of Kazumitsu. And he is most certainly continuing to apply pressure to Holman. So we'll just jump on board with the legend that is Stewart, as he makes his way through Paddock Hill Bend. And up to Druids and into Graham Hill Bend does he go. We've got Hankin just ahead of the American 994 of Holman, and the British driver in the 46 Bentley. In pursuit is the 666 Kazumitsu, only a 1699 behind the very fast 46 Bentley, as we are on board with Stewart chasing the 994 Audi down, as the Audi chases another Audi down in P2, and P1 is most certainly beginning to catch up. So we're going to let 7 do one more lap. We're going to call a safety car. We're going to get all these guys back up, as 44 is most certainly the way back. We've got a few more accidents. 55 in the rear, 511 nevertheless. So you're going to have to excuse me, guys. I'm just going to jump off chat for a little bit, and I will be back. Alrighty folk, Renos, I am back as we've got all drivers back into reformation with 1 hour 20 minutes left to go. We've got the 44 back catching up and Jonathan still in the lead and Holman now in P2. We've got Hankin in P3, Kazimitsu in P4. He was having a little bit of luck, maybe even trying to want to apply a little bit of pressure onto the 45 Audi there. Kobe, sorry, can you just... Oh, look at this action. Kazimitsu pushing hard. Anu following and unfortunately going off track. He's back on. Rock Lee now giving him that position. Hopefully he stays in control. He's giving the run to the 44 of Patrick. And Magic Mike leading those. We're going 3 wide into Clark. Curve. Rock Lee on the outside. Patrick on the inside. Magic Mike ahead of Anun, who's just made that mistake. And Next Gen Lager now in pursuit of the 666 of Kazimitsu with Magic Mike now pressuring the 46. Bentley is the 511 Ferrari. Side by side, he's got a bit wide. We've had another contact. Oh no. We've had contact there, but I think he's on track. We're going to have to call a... Well, we're not going to call a safety car, but that's going to be a steward's inquiry. At least we've got that on camera. He's conceding those positions, bless him. He's letting Anu and the 44 back through the pack. We've got Holman still in P2, only an 8.67 behind the leader in P1, the number 7 Bentley, and Hankin a 0.9 behind the TMKup leader, Holman. So that's put a little bit of a spanner in the works for the... Where's he gone? There he is. The 46 has put him in 9th position. Magic Mike just ahead of Patrick and Rock Lee. Patrick, look at this. So up towards Druids do the drivers go with under 1 hour and 20 minutes left of this short endurance race. We have a pit window of 25 minutes today instead of the usual 30. And the number 55 looks like he's gone off track a little bit. We've most certainly got a fight on our hands here as Arnaud is leading the fight with 5 cars hurtling their way down Pilgrim's Drop and up towards Hawthorne Bend. The 44 of Patrick is now hunting the 511 Ferrari. Oh, my eyes are everywhere. And the number 14 in the pits, GLR Racer. We have Hankin. So Jonathan in the 7 Bentley is pulling away. Just wait for the Delta to upload. 2.7 seconds now. He's gapped from the very quick Holman, 6th fastest driver for GT Sport in North America, and again we have the very quick Hankin in the identical Audi. A bit of a doppelganger effect going on here as we continue round 5 of the TMKup. Can the 45 Audi get a run out here of Surtees up to Pilgrim's Drop? Looks like Holman's got a pretty decent run himself. Kazimitsu just lurking in my favourite position, only a 1.7, although the Delta's updated now 1.6, so Kazimitsu has now made a 10th. Okie dokie, so a 662. It's a wing, it's a whisker. A winker? A whisker. For the fight for P2. As Hankin and Holman rolls off the tongue nicely, continue to battle it out. We've got Next Gen's Lager making his way back up the pack. GLRCL 3.8 behind Rock Lee. Number 369 back in the pits. We've got the number 14 back out of the pits, and the number 55 of Seal, who I'm not sure whether anything necessarily happened, but it looks like he's lost a few seconds, or 3 seconds from the back of the pack, as Rock Lee now only a 0.7 in pursuit of the 46 Bentley. Seems like the Bentleys want to stay together here, as the Brands Hatch continues to progress. Jonathan continuing to run a very dominant race, as Anand is now leaving the pits. I'm going to assume that that might have been damage. Looks like we've had most certainly a few incidents. We've got 369 just ahead of the number 7 of Jonathan. Very interesting. So I need to find out whether they're going into the pits for damage. Mistake 45. Look at this, continuing to apply that pressure to the identical Audi in the 994 of Holman there, as they now enter Hawthorne Bend and up to Westfield Bend. Whether he's going to be able to get side by side with the very quick 994, I'm not sure, but as the race progresses, that's given Holman a breather, but I know from previous races he's very good at catching back up. I think sometimes when we have a driver in front of us, it's very easy for us to sort of get a little bit into a trance and kind of follow their line, if you will. But now we have the 44 and the 511 crossing the start finish straight and into Paddock Hill Bend. So now in P6 is Patrick. If I remember rightly, he was P2 in qualifying. Again, anything goes in these endurance races. I'm just going to speak to the guys in chat to make sure everything is good, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so everything is all gravy. We've just had some bumps and some scrapes, but nevertheless, we are being treated to some action. And Next Gen's Hankin now in P6. So he's gone from a P3, hunting Holman down, and now he's behind the 44. So we've got 44 and 45 and 46 all lined up in P5, 6 and 7. Next Gen's Hankin and Next Gen's Lager clearly couldn't get enough of each other. They just wanted to be with each other. Looks like he's taking the inside line, couldn't quite get it there. Next to the 44 Bentley. 2.3 Magic Mike is 0. He is side by side with Kazimitsu. Oh my good god. We most certainly have got some action here today. As he's gone down the inside of the 666. Running him wide now, giving 44 the run. Kazimitsu is still on the outside. They're still side by side. He's gone off. Let's hope he can save that as 4 cars are fighting it out. Kobe, do you push it up to speak? Led by Magic Mike. So we've got the fight for P4. P3, no sorry, fight for P3. So the Delta's now updated. And look at this, so Paul the Helicam man, I've got to say a big thank you to Paul for coming out today, filming all of the TMKup series from the Helicam. Patrick just losing it a little bit, maybe giving a run to Hankin as the fight for P3, the fight for the podium continues. Holman and Jonathan in a world of their own, just running their own race. Holman only, as again we wait for the Delta to update, not too far behind. Jonathan under 6 seconds as we see Delta update now. And the 45 looks like he's taking that position on the 44. Looks like 44 wants to get that back again. Both of these drivers are extremely capable. It's going to come down to, well, many different things, but of course time spent on the track. Are we going to have any more incidents? As Magic Mike continuing to indicate right has gapped the fight for P3, and it's now become a fight for P4 with Next Gen's Hankin. Should be a number 444 in the P4 being chased by 44, and we've got the 666 who unfortunately just went off track a little bit. Putting him in 6th position. So Dougie, it's probably going to be worth. So up the Pilgrims drop up to Hawthorne Bend. As we see the 44 Bentley continue to hunt the 45 Audi of Hankin. Looks like he's made a 10th there, but Hankin looks like he's got a decent run out, but so's the Bentley. Bentley looked like he got a little bit more of a better run there, clipping that apex. Oh, he's just run a little bit too hot through Sterling's, and now up towards Clearways, giving the 45 Audi the run, and 666 off again. Oakley Doke. 5. Right, I think it's time to get these boys regrouped, as I've seen a few accidents, and get them going again, and then that will be it while the pit window is open for a final reformation at the end of the race. Back soon.
Pit window is open.
well, it just goes to show what it's like when you're running the show on your own. I think it's impossible. It's probably the word I want to use there. My Mac's also about to die now. I need to sort that out. Basically, just been sorting everything out in chat, doing it all on my own. Yeah. Obviously. Anyway, I'm just gonna back out for a bit.
We are at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
So we've got Patrick moving his way back through the grid again, up to P2 now, only 0.2 from P1. So I'm going to stay on board with Jonathan. I keep saying Patrick, Jonathan. So he chases down the TMKup's leader. I'm not going to lie, my energy is shot. This is just impossible to do on the road. So you're going to have to excuse my energy for a few moments. But nevertheless, the race must continue. As long as my anxiety. Although we were all laughing in the party chat for too long, and it looks like 7. That was an interesting move from Jonathan there. That looked like it was purely designed to put Holman off. He is well and truly end of the Holman. It's probably because I'm not talking very loud. So that puts Holman in P1. Jonathan not even a 10th off a podium position. Magic Mike looking like he's just gone to the outside of Patrick. Can he make it stick? Side by side into, I don't know. Oh, look at this. It's all going off. Taking the position back off Patrick. I can't want to say Patrick and Jonathan, but the other way around. Over the home straight. Mike running a little bit wide there. Is he going to get that position to not quite? But the 44 Bentley is just touched the back end, I think, maybe, or nearly, as that's given the run for the 45 Audi. Ferrari, Bentley and Audi all has run him wide. The pressure is getting to Magic Mike, and now Neil the Seal joining the party, followed by Rock Lee and Next Gen's Stewart, as the 511 Ferrari is on the outside. The Audi on side by side now as they make their way up to Pilgrim's Drop. Oh my god, look at this. There's fights going everywhere. We've basically agreed to do a reformation at the end. So final 25 minutes for the final countdown. Because that was just, I don't even want to explain it, and I'm not going to. But it looks like the 7 Bentley on the inside of the 904 of Holman has made it stick. What incredible racecraft we are being treated to today. It's now the 994. Audi makes his way out of Druids, through Graham Hill's Bend, up to the Cooper Straight, and into Surtees, a very late apex corner, but with lap times like Jonathan's putting down. I'm going to have to learn a thing or two from him, that is most certainly for sure. So with a .624, we'll see whether he can gap the very quick Holman. He can, now a 1.029. Magic Mike currently in a podium position in P3. Next Gen's Hankin only half a second, 5/10 away from the 511488 Ferrari GT3. Let's have a little look on board with these two as they begin to fight it out. We've got Kazimitsu entering Sterling's and chasing down the 46 and 45 cars on track today. It looks like Magic Mike's doing a pretty solid job. And Holman is just ahead. We've had an incredible turn of events here. For round 5, quite a lot of drama as well. It looks like we've got some cars in the pits. So Gilasil closest in this current fight with 36 minutes left to go. The TMKup Season 1 Round 5, we have Next Gen's Lager continuing to be hunted by the 55 Neil the Seal. That was a save and a half from the Ferrari there. That was awesome to watch. And Dougie making his way through Dingledell and up to Sterling's beautiful sound. That is Austin Martin. We've got the 777 of Rock Lee exiting the pits. And Season 1 has been very much a learning process. Something different every time, which is kind of good to learn from. My good God, it's very difficult to do 7 different roles all at the same time. But we have Dougie exiting Druids, hunting the 44 down of Patrick. Magic Mike getting closer now, is side by side with Holman. Up to Paddock Hill Bend, can he make it stick? He's got the inside line. The 994 has gone from P1 to P2 to P3, giving Holman and Magic Mike some time to fight it out on track, which is a first. Not really seen these two actually battle it out for the TMKup. And the pit window's now closed. We've got 33 minutes left to go. We usually do the final reformation with 25 minutes. Again, look at the pace of Jonathan. You know, GLR races, you know, it's not slow in the grand scheme of things. But in a pack like this, good God. Jonathan has most certainly thrown a spanner in the works for the TMKup round 5. And now putting a gap of 3.3 between P1 and P2. Holman a 0.8, still in podium position, but a 0.8 behind the 511 Ferrari. We'll just stay on board for a few more moments as the Delta updates. We'll see whether Magic is pulling away or whether Holman is catching up. Cars all go past. There it is. Again, I'm very very cautious of who we invite here, and everyone has shown an incredible amount of respect on track to each other. And again, I've learned an incredible amount doing this. There are obviously things that we need to get sorted out, but ultimately, you know, we're here for fun, and that's that. Everyone that's involved in this series. That's a great time. They're all laughing their heads off in chat, so it's very strange for the right energy to come across as you're watching sometimes, but everyone's laughing their heads off. Again, it's just fun. Season 2 is where things are probably going to be very much strict and tight with regards to rules and regulations and exactly how we implement a feature that isn't in the game but is in real life. It looks as though the 7 are catching up to the 46. So with half an hour left to go, I think it's time to get the final reformation, so we've got enough time for everyone to do what they need to do and get reformed up. So you have to excuse me again, I'm going to have to get off the mic, so I have to do this on my own, and we'll be back for the final reformation and the final stint of the TMKup Season 1 Round 5 here at Brands Hatch. We'll see you soon. Okie dokie. So we are on the final stint of Season 1, Round 5 of the Macabre Cup, and can we just sort that out for me, please? My head is not actually on my body right now, so my brain is not working. I'm definitely not a multitasker. But we've got Holman in P2 for the reformation. Hankin in P3. Magic Mike in P4. GLR Seal in P5. Kazimitsu in P5. Magic in P4. Seal in P6. Have we just had something occur? Seal only a 3.03 behind Kazimitsu. See whether the Kazimitsu can hold off the Ferrari driven by Neil. The fight for P2, Jonathan just, he's just in a world of his own, isn't he? 44 laps to go, 20 minutes left. We're on the final reformation. There's going to be no more safety cars. It's not quite worked out as well as today, but again, I've tried to do 4 different jobs today, all on my own. This is Season 1, which is putting all of this together. So Season 2 is it's all going to be written down properly, proper rules, proper safety car. Everyone must join chowder, you can't race, blah de blah de blah. We've got to sort these problems out. I think a minimum distance between cars during the safety car is a must. Magic Mike just have to get the brakes. He had a really good run out of there, but he's just getting the brakes did the very nimble Ferrari. I think the Ferrari is probably a little bit more nimble, and the Audi is a touch. Touch better with aerodynamics, I would say. Kazimitsu leading the pack against the Ferrari 488 and the Bentley V8 twin turbo. Kazi in the V. I still don't know if it's a V8 or V12. I think it's the V12. I could be wrong, but it's an Austin Martin, and he enters Dingle Dell corner at the left of Sterling, still able to hold off the Australian 55 driver Neil Seal, and with time closing in, can the Ferrari capitalise on the Aston Martin here at Brands Hatch? Magic Mike still in P4, hunting down the podium position in place of Holman. And now Next Gen Lager catching back up to the pack. What an incredible racing this is. I'm loving it. And this is why we do the restarts. The other races have gone really well, and I'm going to assume that's because I've had more people help, but nevertheless, I'm loving what's going on here. What we're seeing right now would not be happening without the reformation, and with only 17 minutes left to go, we've most certainly got a fight for P2 and a fight for P5. So the player 2, 3 and 4 all hunting down P2, the 45 of Next Gen Hankin. And now Magic taking possession of Holman, putting Holman in 4th position, knocking him off a provisional podium place as they now traverse their way through Clark Curve and up towards the Brabham Straight as the number 7 of Jonathan enters Paddock Hill Bend, as does the 45, 511 and 994. Up to Pilgrim's Rise and up towards Druids does the 994 Audi go. Looks like he's gone off. As a seal, no more safety cars can be called from the final reformation, but it looks like the GLR crew are back at it again, and we've got Rock Lee chasing down the 46 Bentley, and Holman only a 940 behind podium position of Magic Mike in the 488 Ferrari. And the number 7 into Clark Curve as the 45 now enters, followed by 511 and 994. The Next Gen's Hanking puts in 2 seconds, so he's 4 seconds, 4.8 seconds behind P1, the very quick Jonathan. We'll see whether he can hold it for the final 15 minutes of this race. And Magic Mike is only a 1.6 behind Next Gen's Hankin. And Holman only a 1.6 behind Magic Mike. So we've certainly still got some racing to go. So it looks like drivers are now beginning to find their positions. We're going to see whether these front-running packs will make any errors in the final 15 minutes of the TMKup Season 1, Round 5 here at Brands Hatch. It's incredible how many hours I put into this to get them working. So the last round, we're going to have a few changes. We're going to run some new rules, a double point system for the final race to shake things up. After all, it is only for a laugh. Magic Mike still in podium position. Next Gen's Hankin 4.8, now 5.2 from the very quick number 7 Bentley. Magic Mike only a 1.9 and Holman only a 1.6. And Seal making his way back through the pack. Sorry, Next Gen's Lager making his way back through the pack, only 4 seconds behind the very quick Holman. Next Gen Lager has had some incredible races. He's shown that he's an absolute demon on track. But again, race pace is one of his strong suits, and we're going to jump on board with the legend as he chases down the 994 Holman in P4 as he enters Hawthorne Bend. He's definitely going to be pushing this. Let's see whether he can catch up to the 994 Audi, and with the time remaining, he could very even take podium position, depending on what happens with Hankin, Magic and Holman. And it does look as though he's catching up a degree. Yes, he is. So he's over 4 seconds. Now he's 2.4. Let's wait for the Delta to update again. He might pip Holman off P4. Will the 46 Bentley of Stewart racing for next gen. And again, I've got a lot of love for the next gen guys. They're all great people, very funny, and there's some really fast drivers for next gen, as you can tell with next gen's Hankin in current P2, and next gen Lager is no slouch in P4, and also catching up to Holman. Holman only a 0.45 now. To Magic Mike. And he's ran wide, so it's given that position. Meaning Magic Mike is going to have to defend against the 46 Bentley, who is flying around this Brands Hatch circuit like a rocket. He's going side by side. He's putting that pressure on Magic. Is he going to make him do another mistake? Oh, will he hold on to P4? And he's given a podium position back to VQS Holman. Stewart wants that position. Is he going to take it there side by side? Oh my god. Oh, he's backed out. He's backed out of Hawthorne Bend. They transfer their way through Westfield Bend and up towards Dingle Dell. Oh, look at this. It's worked. The pressure has worked. I know what that feels like, and like I said, Stewart is running, is a fantastic top runner. With number 7 on board today and Hankin also jumping on board, it's put Holman, what would have been a P1, and Lager in a P2, extremely quick guys, but now we've got Hankin in P2 and Jonathan in P1. So what an absolutely amazing turn of events it's been, with only under 10 minutes left to go. Again, I told you he was one to watch. He most certainly is. Can he catch up to the podium position of Holman in P3? And we have Hankin in P2 making his way through Hawthorne as we see the 994 exit Hawthorne, and we could just see the rear end of Hankin in the 45 Audi there. Now traversing their way through Westfield Bend, through Dingle Dell and up to Dingle Dell Corner. Does Holman go? Got to get it right. It's very easy to get the back end loose. Very easy if you're eager to get on the throttle at least. But Holman looks like he's running some pretty solid lines. But he's going to continue to have to do that if he wants to catch up to Hankin with the 3.1 second gap to P2, and Hankin now entering Paddock Hill Bend. Can he do anything with a 7-second gap? It may appear not, and that would look as though it would perhaps stay this way, but I have seen all of these guys except Jonathan actually. But it's the first time we've seen him on board today, and it's been a pleasure having you on board. Jonathan, you've shown an incredible amount of respect, you've got great energy in chat, and it's a pleasure seeing you put an incredible amount of pressure on some very fast guys. So it's great to see you at home here. I know you're English as well at Brands Hatch. And again, a little bit of love to Jonathan, because not really much to see here, but again, we're going to give him a little bit of love as he comes up towards the back marker actually. So the number 7, it's quite funny because both of these drivers wanted number 7, as did Kent, who was in the number 33 911 Porsche, alongside Deej, who also is in the Porsche, but has snapped his ankle due to too much Guinness, I believe. Guinness during caution. But it looks as though Jonathan is most certainly coming up towards the back markers. We've got GLR Racer again joining us again after a well-deserved holiday. It's a pleasure to have him back on track with us as he is now exiting Surtees. The late apex up towards Pilgrim drops and the right-hander of Hawthorne. It's been a pleasure to have him here with us. It's always great to have his energy around. There he is, shifting down, traversing his way through Brands Hatch. Hankins still in P2, Holman in P3, only a 3.1 behind the 45 Audi. Hankin now 8 seconds. Next gen's Lager, 2.7. Can he realistically get a podium P3 with under 6 minutes to go here at Brands Hatch? It's been a very demanding track. It's been a very interesting race. Again, this is season 1. Everyone involved is here to have fun, and will most certainly do. And with all the events that unfolded, everyone is laughing their heads off the track. So it's a very reassuring sound, I can tell you that much. Settle into their relative positions. Number 7. So the number 7 of Jonathan has passed a back marker of Rock Lee, the 777 identical. Kazumitsu letting his way through for the P1 front runner that is Jonathan. Again, everyone's showing an incredible amount of respect to each other. We always have problems, we always have bumps and scrapes, and it's how we handle them. And it looks as though we're coming through another back marker now, with only 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes left to go. This might certainly spanners in the work as the 44, 994 and 46 exit Clark Curve. Dougie, how's Jonathan going to traverse his way through this one? Outside he goes, Dougie making his presence known, moving to the side. So 46 and 1.3. It was over. Did you see the side smash? It was over 5 seconds initially. Holman's now in a podium position. We've got 3 minutes 6 seconds left to go of season 1, round 5 of 6 at Brands Hatch for the TMKups first ever eSports season. And again, I really appreciate everyone being involved. It's lovely to hear everyone having a whale of a time in chat. And with 1 second to go, can he get a podium? He's going to apply that position. Oh, look at this. It worked with. Oh, easy. It worked with the 511 Ferrari, now putting in 2 corners behind 46 Bentley, as he was exiting Sterling's and now working his way up towards Clark Curve, which is the 511 Ferrari. Can the 46 do anything? As he hunts the winner, or the current leader of the Macabre Cup, Season 1, first ever sports event that we have run, under even more pressure, knock him off a podium position, and put him in P3. Our next season, oh wow, that was good. A little bit of wreckfest on track there, I like it. Next week is going to be the finale of Season 1. I'm going to change all the rules. All drivers are going to have to be aware of this. I'm going to get everyone on board. We've got Hugh Patrick joining us for co-commentary. And it's most certainly going to be one to watch. We're going to have someone doing the safety car duty. But look at this. We've got Next Gen's 46. Bentley continues to put pressure on to the Audi, the 14 Aston Martin going to the side again.
Okay,
what a
the leader is on the final lap now. Give it to him again.
So number 7, Jonathan making his way across the start finish under the final lap. Can he make anything happen? I'm just gobsmacked with the turn of events that's happened and how incredible a driver the 994 Audi is, and how incredible the race for the number 46 Bentley he has had. Can he do anything though? That's the question. With only... No, we're on the final lap. So we have Jonathan about to cross the start finish. Congratulations, good sir. That's a P1 for you. And Hankin is only just ahead of Holman. And my words have gone. Hankin's taken a P2, Holman has taken a P3, Next Gen Lager has taken P4, and Magic Mike now in P5. Incredibly fast driver still. Run a solid race, taking home a P5, and we've got Seal now coming up to Clark Curve. He's going to be taking home a P6, Rockley finishing the race in P7, as is GLR Racer, crossing that start finish and finishing in P8. And GLR's Seal crossing that start finish all the way from Australia. It's always a pleasure to have him here. Again, this man will be receiving some quality coffee beans from myself as a thank you for joining the series and being here every week. We'll probably try and get him them coffee beans before I can't get to Kazimitsu as he crosses the start finish line. There we go. Kazimitsu in P9. Again, we're only here for a laugh, we're here for fun, we're here to have a good time as Kazimitsu sends himself, as he's had enough of this life, into the next life. And congratulations to Jonathan taking over P1. I knew you were quick. I didn't think you'd take home a P1 against Hankin, Holman, Lager, Magic, Seal, Rockley, Racer, Kazimitsu, Patrick, and Nunn. But you have, so congratulations, good sir. I've most certainly enjoyed myself. That middle pit window was a little bit of an interesting event to sort out, but nevertheless, as all drivers now enter the pits, that brings to a close Season 1, Round 5 of the Macabre Cup. And again, we have the final of the first ever season of the TMKup next week. It's going to be a little bit different to this one. We're going to have 2 pit windows. Probably run a little bit of a longer race. We're going to run a 2-hour race. Might even do a 24-hour clock. To sort that all out with the drivers. We're going to be finishing it off at Alton Park, so I'm going to assume there's going to be a safety car called there, but we're going to make sure that rules and regulations are exactly how we want it implemented, because it's not necessarily my rules. And yeah, that's going to bring it to a close. And Jonathan and Next Gen's Hankin taking home a P1 and 2, putting Holman, which I suppose retrospectively would be a P1, and again he's currently leading the championship and still will be. Absolutely cracking race. So that's going to be me. Next one's going to be a cracking one. Going to get lots of people on board. I've been the Mechanic King. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.